Hi Taurus, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. I hope you're doing well out there. I decided to pre-pull an overall tarot energy and we got the Magical Magician. It's going to be a week where you're manifesting quite efficiently, even when you don't give credit to that, even when you don't realize that's what just or is taking place. Now I feel like it's a week of little things coming to fruition that you are speaking into existence, believing into existence. And they're saying, we're right by your side, just as proud and amazed as you are in those moments or after the fact. It feels like you're going to be better understanding things throughout the week, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does relate to your past a little bit here and there, but more so in regards to your current day reality and what the future entails and looks like for you individually. You're going to be, doing a little bit of reflecting throughout the week, but don't overdo it naturally. Now, we're going to remind you as well when it comes to what you have manifested, rewinding back, and it doesn't feel like these are or were small accomplishments, manifestations, if you will. It feels like they were major life changes and adjustments. You know, a big move of residence for some, a big career shift. It was maybe the acquiring of, for somebody, a big donation. It does feel like all the meanwhile you're going to need to remember throughout the week to support your future moving forward, your path moving forward, how powerful you truly are in regards to that. This is going to make the world of a difference. What else do we have? Surrender as well as passion. They're saying naturally throughout the week, you're needing to surrender to the passion that you just are naturally waking up with, okay? Even gaining more so, of which having that passion grow, choosing to grow it in every movement, every accomplishment, and even when it comes to the twists and turns of your individual world, right? Your path, if you will. But it feels like there's a way about how you're surrendering to even the mystery, interestingly enough mentioned in regards, in the midst of a week, with the clarity coming through, the better understanding once again. But you're needing to surrender to the mystery in regards to when something's meant to come in, because it's not a week where you're going to be gaining much, if any at all, clarity in regards to that. For the single Tauruses, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what you're wondering about, longing for even that relationship, somebody to travel with for somebody. I was thinking about that this morning, you know, watching a couple vlog. They were traveling to, not Japan, to Chicago. Anyways, but yeah, look at this. Love is going to be in the air throughout the week, and there's self-love. There's, for the committed, connected Tauruses, you know, with another soul, in a relationship and whatnot. That type of love is existing, right? Maybe even growing and being reminded to each of you. But the potential of love definitely is on the mind of the single Tauruses out there. With that said and done, let's pull a couple love oracles. It seems like a natural point to kind of shift into that part of the reading. I know some people and other readers do leave the love part of their readings till the very end, but I just like my readings to flow, and with the love card coming out and those messages coming through, I'm now going to transition to that part, and it's not going to be long, so stick with me if it's not something you're wondering about. But interesting girl talk coming out. The word yes is standing out on her shirt here. There's a yes coming through. People seem to want to give you what you want. People seem to want to assist you or just allow for you to do whatever you want. There's a sense of freedom in that sense. There's a sense of being able to take initiative and do things in your individual way, and that could be through work, it could be otherwise, but it feels like people are giving you the, I heard the word autonomy, giving you the chance to just do things in your own way, do things right. But this speaks upon time with friends, moving on, happy single living for a lot of us onto the reading, in the moment and having fun. There's a lot of chitter chatter throughout the week, and I wouldn't be surprised if part of that is spiritual, but I feel there's a way about how some of which are vibing with certain other energies, even vibing with your own hermit mode, your own soul energy is what I'm hearing. Enjoying the little things is also a part of this week. That wasn't very much a love-oriented card. But I guess, you know, friends and single life is what's coming through for some. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking. You may have a past like myself. I can relate if this is the case for you, where so many people that I dated were ended up being stalkers. Okay, in different ways. Like I had a guy that I dated. Actually, more than one. They literally would sit in their car outside of my apartment. How sketchy is that? And I oddly enough chose to continue to date him. Anyways, but gaslighting might be on the mind from the past that might be coming up in a connection, perception, focusing out. I feel like there's something about the sunglasses that somebody's wearing being drawn to this reading throughout the week, and that is significant. It's interesting how these cards are taking me away from the category of love, but you may be thinking about the potential of engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, and completion. A union of importance is taking a highlight for some in the current day reality that you are living, but for a lot of which, once again, there's a union very much around the corner for you, and you're going to need to be prepared for that. So things like taking care of yourself better, lessening a bad habit or two that you know will burden that connection, at least to an extent, if not fully. Stuff like this is going to be part of your current week for the singles to get ready for that partnership, or maybe it's to better a current day partnership to make sure that it is going to go the distance, right? To last, to be the healthiest version. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that is going to be part of your week. So I really feel there's going to be a decent amount of self-care being implemented throughout the week, and this is going to benefit you and whatever you apply yourself towards in a huge way or huge ways. Look at this, rejection. I feel as if some of which, whether you want to admit it or not, you're a little bit, if not fully, afraid, avoiding rejection, okay? There was part of me that wanted to ask the cashier at one of my grocery stores out last week or so, and then I recognized that he just wasn't my type, a little bit too gay, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. And all the meanwhile, it wasn't meant to be. But I do feel as if part of me within, I know part of me within didn't want to be rejected. Does that make sense? And also, to be completely honest, deep down, I know that I'm going to end up acquiring easily, because of my spiritual connection and whatnot, who and what's meant for me, right? So I really don't need to be the one to ask. Anyways, let's continue and pull more tarot. It feels like you're very determined as well, with this card shining very brightly. You can barely even see the imagery and the wording, but you're determined, Taurus, and it feels like this is really working to your advantage. It's as if you're really not going to be failing throughout the week. I don't know why that wording is coming through. Page of Air, good news, okay? Interesting, because I feel as if some of which are expecting the worst with something, but then something else works out in your world and it reminds you to expect the best, because you don't begin a weekly read or reading in general with the Magician if you aren't a manifester, all right? The Queen of Earth and the Four of Earth. There is a sense of you in a grounded way, remembering where your control lies, remembering how, secretive or just selective you have to be with certain energies that aren't fully or at all trustworthy, reminding you of where you don't fit in, reminding you where you don't want to fit in, and reminding you of the benefits of feeling out energies, remembering this from past feeling out moments, evidence otherwise, and just proceeding forward strategically. I'm getting specifically someone at work, right? Coworkers that just can't be trusted are taking a highlight. You're going to feel a sense of luck flowing within your world to completely shift on forward to more positivity. I feel as if they're saying there's this feeling about you, right? Your energy where you just don't want to fit in with certain people once again, because they're just not right for you and you don't really respect them, or you just know from past experiences that that energy isn't going to benefit you. But again, to bounce around to the messages, luck is on your side throughout the week. The Nine of Fire. Okay, the Nine of Wands. It does feel like you are tired, okay? But then there's a sense of life about you at certain other points. There's a reminder to embrace the sunny energy at certain points that you are embodying, giving off. And this will benefit you even when it comes to the moments when you feel a bit burnt out or just tired once again. There's a sense of you having these two energies at certain points, to be realistic. I mean, you're putting a lot of energy and your whole self, I want to say, it reminds me of me in these readings, into things of importance, things that you want to and or need to get done, right? And therefore, you're going to obviously need to replenish, heal, and regain your energy. And so cutting out time to rest is simply going to need to be a priority for you, at least at certain points, of course. The Fool card. I feel as if there's a freshness about you. All right, there's a freshness about this week. There's a feeling of the air just blowing to your advantage. The winds of change is now what I'm getting. Very interesting message. Did not expect that one. The Nine of Earth. It does feel like you're going to be standing proud in regards to all you've accomplished. That's how this is coming through. You're going to be remembering and reflecting once again on everything you've overcome and created. A foundation is working to your advantage. When somebody thinks about you who you're energetically connected to, for a lot drawn to the reading, they're at a distance, you're going to naturally end up thinking about them. So if you don't mean to and just randomly start thinking about somebody who you feel you're energetically or maybe considered we're energetically connected to, you know, they're at a distance once again, that's what's happening, okay? That's just taking place. It's crazy how that can happen. I do feel as if, look at this, the Hermit card, there's significant alone time. There's a sense of you being prepared to walk through new doors of importance. They just showed somebody, me specifically, opening up a door with a key. It does feel like you're going to learn more about the keys you're meant to acquire, right, to make sure that things go smoothly moving forward. The Page of Earth, a lot of page energy. You're gaining knowledge throughout the week. You're needing to remember where you came from, where you have been along the way at certain points. Again, a huge energy being the Reflection card. This will support your current day life, but more so prepare you for what lies ahead. Why do I feel so good in this moment? This is going to happen at certain points throughout the week. Why are we questioning it? Why do we need to better understand it? But I feel this energy about you where you do crave and just naturally want to better understand things, asking questions, trying to feel it out. I mean, you are very intuitive, so that could help. But there are times when you don't need to better understand why you're feeling so good, why you're vibing so efficiently and brightly. It's a week where you just need to go with the flow and say, good, because there have been way too many times recently, and maybe, you know, yeah, just in general, where you weren't feeling your best or just your brightest. And so when you feel good and you're vibing and you're in good energy, eat it up, okay? Be one with it. Don't ruin the present moment by having too many pondering moments and trying to better understand, because it's a week where naturally, otherwise, when you don't force it or try to figure it out per se, you're gaining clarity otherwise. You know what I mean? The Five of Air in reverse. It's a week where Spirit's saying embrace the lack of stress. It feels like it's a busy week for the majority drawn to the reading, but embrace this lack of difficulty even. I feel like your energy is really helping a living situation is what I'm getting. Even if, say, you live alone in a spot, it's helping the energy of the other units, but you could be obviously living with other people, and the energy that you're bringing to that situation is improving things greatly, potentially even the other person or people's energy all the meanwhile. But they're saying this is pretty much your energy. You're a messenger of water, of emotional support and clarity for other people all the meanwhile. So it's a week of clarity once again in different ways, but you will need to have patience, all right? And they're saying your patience otherwise is paying off. You're getting what you want throughout the week. You're manifesting all the meanwhile. This is going to be a magical, life-changing kind of week for you, okay? So if this was truly helpful, I'm of course sending you a ton of love and light. Until next time.